Who isn't tempted by the tantalizing allure of a well-crafted dessert? The sweet symphony of flavors, the delicate dance of textures, and the joy of creation itself. Today, we dive into the delightful process of making JelloO ice cream frozen marmalade, a treat that will surely win over everyone's taste buds. Imagine the burst of citrusy sweetness from marmalade, the creamy coolness of ice cream, and the playful jiggle of JelloO. All these elements come together to form a dessert that's not only delicious, but also a feast for the eyes. The journey to this culinary masterpiece starts with a simple step: preparing the marmalade. The key to a good marmalade is patience and quality ingredients. Use ripe, juicy oranges, and make sure to balance the sweetness with a pinch of bitterness. Boil them with sugar until they reach a thick consistency. Next, the stage is set for the ice cream. Cream, sugar, and vanilla are the stars of this act. Simmer the cream and sugar until it forms a custard, then add a dash of vanilla essence. Churn it in an ice cream maker till it reaches a creamy consistency. The final act of this dessert drama is the JelloO. Opt for a flavor that complements the marmalade. Mix the gelatin with boiling water, stirring until it dissolves completely. A tip to remember: always add cold water after the gelatin has fully dissolved. Now, the magic happens. Layer the marmalade, ice cream, and JelloO carefully in a mold. Freeze it until it sets. And voila! The JelloO ice cream frozen marmalade is ready to steal the show. To recap, the process involves 3 main steps. First, prepare the marmalade with ripe oranges and sugar. Then, make the ice cream with cream, sugar, and vanilla. Lastly, create the JelloO using a flavor of your choice. Layer all components in a mold and freeze until set. Remember, the joy of cooking lies not just in the end product but also in the process. So savor every moment, every step, and every ingredient. Happy cooking! Do you love Oreos? Has the thought of incorporating them into a delightful smoothie ever crossed your mind? Oreos, the iconic black and white sandwich cookies that have won hearts worldwide. Imagine blending these crumbly, creamy wonders into an outrageous Oreo overload smoothie. A concoction that's not just a drink, but a celebration of all things Oreo. The unique, delicious smoothie we're about to create might just become your new favorite treat. Stay tuned as we embark on this exciting and delicious journey together. To embark on this delightful adventure, you need to gear up with the right ingredients. First off, we have our star of the show, the Oreos. A pack of these iconic cookies will do, but feel free to add a few more for an extra Oreo punch. These will form the backbone of our smoothie, providing that unmistakable Oreo flavor we all know and love. Next on our list is the vanilla ice cream. We'll need about 2 generous scoops. This ingredient is essential because it adds a creamy, smooth texture to our drink. Plus, the subtle vanilla flavor beautifully complements the robust taste of the Oreos. Then, we can't forget about the milk. A cup of your favorite kind will do just fine. The milk acts as the liquid base for our smoothie, making it easy to blend and drink. It also helps to balance out the sweetness of the other ingredients. Now, for the whipped cream. This is where we get to add a dash of indulgence. A dollop or 2 will not only add a rich, velvety layer to our smoothie, but it will also make our drink look incredibly appetizing. Finally, we're going to need some Oreo crumbles for garnish. These will give our smoothie a delightful crunch and an appealing look, making it truly an outrageous Oreo overload. With our ingredients ready, it's time to dive into the world of blending. Now comes the exciting part, the blending of our ingredients to create the magic. We've gathered our ingredients, each one bringing a unique flavor and texture to our outrageous Oreo overload smoothie. Now it's time to combine them into something truly spectacular. Let's start with the star of our smoothie, the Oreos. Toss a generous handful of these chocolatey, creamy cookies into the blender. Don't hold back. The more Oreos, the richer the flavor. As we blend, the Oreos break down into tiny bits, infusing every sip of our smoothie with their iconic taste. Next up, we're adding ice cream. Choose a good quality vanilla or cookies and cream for an extra Oreo punch. The ice cream is not just for flavor, It gives our smoothie a luscious, creamy consistency that's utterly irresistible. Scoop it in and watch as it nestles among the Oreos, ready to blend into velvety smoothness. Now, pour in some milk. The milk helps to loosen the mixture and blend it to perfection. It also adds a touch of creaminess that complements the other ingredients beautifully. For this step, feel free to use any milk of your choice. Whether you prefer whole, skimmed, or even a non-dairy alternative, it's all up to you. Just remember, the goal is to achieve a smooth, pourable consistency. As the blender whirs, transforming our trio of ingredients into a unified whole, let's talk about consistency. You're aiming for a thick, creamy texture that coats the back of a spoon. If it's too thick, add a splash more milk. If it's too thin, a few more Oreos or a scoop of ice cream will do the trick. And just like that, we've created our smoothie base. A blend of Oreo, ice cream, and milk. It's a concoction that's rich, creamy, and packed with flavor. It's an Oreo lover's dream come true, and we're just getting started. And there you have it. The base of our outrageous Oreo overload smoothie is ready. We'll take it to the next level in the following scenes, so stick around for the outrageous overload. Are you ready to take this smoothie to the next level? Let's elevate this Oreo extravaganza with a dash of indulgence. Now that we've blended our smoothie to creamy perfection, it's time to pour it into our glass of choice. Go for a tall glass to showcase the layers of this dessert-turned drink. Feel the weight and consistency as you pour, but don't rush it. This is the moment where our Oreo overload begins to take shape. Now, let's get to the fun part. Reach for that can of whipped cream, and let's start the overloading. Give it a good shake, and then, with a flourish, pile it high on top of the smoothie. Watch as it swirls and settles, forming a fluffy white cloud. This whipped cream isn't just a garnish, it's a flavor enhancer, adding a light, airy contrast to our dense, rich smoothie. But we're not done yet. We've got one more ingredient to add to this outrageous overload. Oreo crumbles. Take an extra Oreo cookie and crush it in your hand. Let the pieces fall onto the whipped cream, creating a crumbly, chocolatey topping. These crumbles aren't just about aesthetics. They add a delightful crunch, a surprise in every sip, and reinforce that Oreo flavor we love so much. This is a smoothie that celebrates Oreos in a way that's over the top, indulgent, and absolutely delicious. It's a drinkable dessert, a sweet treat, an Oreo lover's dream come true. We've taken a simple cookie and transformed it into a luxurious smoothie, making it an experience, a delight for the senses. The garnishing of whipped cream and Oreo crumbles not only enhances the taste, but also the presentation of the smoothie. It's the final touch that takes our smoothie from good to outrageously great, from ordinary to extraordinary, from a simple drink to an unforgettable treat. Voila! Your outrageous Oreo overload smoothie is ready to be devoured. It's more than just a smoothie. It's a celebration of all things Oreo in the most outrageous way. Now comes the moment we've all been waiting for, the tasting. As the smooth, velvety texture of the outrageous Oreo overload smoothie touches your lips, a rush of excitement takes over. There's an unmistakable crunch of the Oreos, followed by a sweet creaminess that lingers, teasing your taste buds. It's a symphony of flavors, a perfect harmony, each note playing its part to create a melody that's nothing short of magical. This isn't just a smoothie, it's an experience, a celebration of everything Oreo. The rich cocoa flavor, the sweet cream filling, all blended together with a medley of other ingredients to create a taste that's positively unforgettable. It's what makes this smoothie outrageously overloaded and ridiculously delicious. Each sip is a journey, a discovery of flavors that playfully interact with each other. The sweet vanilla ice cream, the rich chocolate syrup, and the crunchy Oreo cookies come together in a delightful dance of flavors, each element enhancing the other, creating a taste that's greater than the sum of its parts. The Oreos, oh the Oreos, they are the stars of the show. They add an extra layer of richness, a depth of flavor that elevates this smoothie from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Their unique taste, their crunchiness, their creamy filling, they all blend together to create a smoothie that's nothing less than a masterpiece. As you savor the last few sips, you realize how this smoothie has taken you on a taste journey. It's not just a drink, it's a celebration of flavors, a tribute to the humble Oreo cookie, and its ability to transform a simple smoothie into an outrageously delicious treat. When the last sip is gone, the taste lingers, a sweet reminder of the delightful journey you've just embarked upon. It's a taste that's hard to forget, a taste that makes you crave for more. Isn't it amazing how a few simple ingredients can create such an unforgettable taste? So, there you have it, a quick and easy way to make an outrageous Oreo overload smoothie. Who knew a simple cookie could transform into a velvety, indulgent drink that's sure to make your taste buds dance? Let's take a moment to rewind and recap. We started off with a generous handful of classic Oreos, the star of our show, lending that iconic cookies and cream flavor. To that, we added a splash of milk for a smooth and creamy base, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream for that extra touch of sweetness and thickness. For a little twist, we threw in a dollop of peanut butter, adding a nutty undertone to our Oreo extravaganza. And let's not forget the grand finale, the outrageous overload. We topped our smoothie with a mountain of whipped cream, a dusting of crushed Oreos, and a final drizzle of chocolate sauce. It's a sight that's as delightful to the eyes as it is to the palate. It's not just a smoothie, it's a celebration of the Oreo in all its glory. But enough about our version, we want to hear about yours. We encourage you to recreate this outrageous Oreo overload smoothie at home. Play with the ingredients, adjust the quantities to your liking, and make this recipe your own. Maybe you want to add some banana for a fruitier touch, or perhaps you're a fan of mint chocolate and want to swap the classic Oreos for their mint-flavored counterparts. The choice is yours. Once you've created your masterpiece, share your experiences with us. How did you find the taste? Did you make any changes to the recipe? We're curious to know. Thank you for joining us on this delicious journey. Remember, with Oreos, the possibilities are endless.
Who's ready for a Bonkers dessert recipe? Brace yourselves for Bonkers Banana Split Bites, a mini, whimsical spin on the classic banana split. These bite-sized delights are packed with flavors and are sure to tickle your taste buds. The ingredients you need are 3 large bananas, a cup each of strawberries, pineapple, and vanilla ice cream, half a cup of melted chocolate chips, half a cup of chopped nuts if you fancy some crunch, whipped cream, sprinkles, and maraschino cherries. Start by peeling the bananas and slicing them into 1-inch rounds. Lay these slices on a parchment-lined tray. Now the fun begins. Transform each banana slice into a mini banana split by adding a small scoop of vanilla ice cream. Next, make these bites more tantalizing by adding halved strawberries and diced pineapple on either side of the ice cream. The burst of colors will make these bites look as delightful as they taste. Now, melt the chocolate chips in a microwave-safe bowl in 20-second intervals, stirring between each interval until the chocolate is smooth and creamy. Drizzle this melted chocolate over the banana split bites. If you're a fan of nuts, sprinkle chopped nuts over the chocolate drizzle for that extra crunch. Once you've assembled your bites, place the tray in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes to allow the chocolate to set. Before serving, top each banana split bite with a dollop of whipped cream, sprinkle some fun with sprinkles, and place a maraschino cherry on top. Now, all that's left is to serve these Bonkers banana split bites and enjoy the burst of flavors. These adorable mini desserts are perfect for parties, gatherings, or anytime you want to add a bit of whimsy to your dessert table. They're easy to make, fun to eat, and brimming with deliciousness. So go on, give this Bonkers recipe a try, and experience the fun and whimsy of these delightful Bonkers banana split bites. Enjoy the Bonkers fun.
Are you a fan of peanut butter and on the hunt for a new dessert recipe to satisfy your taste buds? Well, you're in for a treat. Today, we're going to walk you through the steps to create a delightful peanut swirl cake. A moist and flavorful cake with a swirl of peanut butter goodness. To start, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius and prepare a 9x 13-inch baking pan by greasing and flouring it. Now for the cake batter. In a medium bowl, whisk together 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Set that aside. In a separate large bowl, cream half a cup of softened unsalted butter with a cup of granulated sugar until it's light and fluffy. Add 2 large eggs, one at a time, beating well after each addition. Stir in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, it's time to combine the dry and wet ingredients. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, alternating with a cup of buttermilk. Make sure to begin and end with the dry ingredients, mixing until just combined. Now let's move on to the peanut swirl. In a small bowl, mix together half a cup of creamy peanut butter, a quarter cup of powdered sugar, and 2 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter until it's smooth. Pour half of the cake batter into the prepared baking pan. Then drop spoonfuls of the peanut swirl mixture over the batter. Use a knife to gently swirl the peanut mixture into the cake batter. Pour the remaining cake batter over the peanut swirl layer and repeat the process with the remaining peanut swirl mixture, creating a beautiful marbled effect. Bake this in the preheated oven for between 30 and 35 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. While the cake is cooling, prepare the glaze. In a small bowl, whisk together half a cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter, and enough milk to achieve a pourable consistency. Once the cake has cooled for about 10 minutes, drizzle the glaze over the top, spreading it evenly using a spatula. If you're feeling adventurous, sprinkle some chopped peanuts over the glaze for added texture and flavor. Allow the cake to cool completely before slicing. And there you have it, a delightful peanut swirl cake. It's a treat that combines the rich flavors of peanut butter with a moist and tender cake. Perfect for any occasion, or as a special dessert for those who can't get enough of peanut butter.
Ever wondered how to make a vibrant blueberry lemon fruitcake? This delightful dessert combines the tangy freshness of lemons with the sweet, juicy goodness of blueberries. It's a recipe that carries the essence of summer in every bite, and today you're about to discover how to bring this culinary masterpiece to life. Start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. While the oven warms up, take a large bowl and combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Mix these dry ingredients well to create a uniform base for the cake. Now, in a separate bowl, cream together 1 cup of softened unsalted butter and 1½ cups of granulated sugar. Once the mixture is light and fluffy, add in 3 large eggs, one at a time, ensuring each egg is well incorporated before adding the next. To this, add a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and the zest of 1 large lemon for that citrusy kick. Next, gradually add the dry ingredients to the creamed butter mixture, alternating with half a cup of milk. Mix just until the batter comes together. Overmixing may result in a dense cake, so exercise a bit of caution here. It's time for the star ingredients. Fold in 1½ cups of fresh blueberries, ensuring they're evenly distributed. Pour the batter into a greased and floured bundt pan, then place it in the preheated oven. Bake for about 60 to 70 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. While the cake bakes, prepare a simple lemon glaze. Combine the juice of 1 large lemon with 1 cup of powdered sugar, stirring until smooth. Once the cake has cooled slightly, drizzle this glaze over the top for an extra layer of lemony sweetness. To summarize, this blueberry lemon fruitcake recipe involves creating a base with dry ingredients, creaming together butter and sugar, adding eggs, and introducing the flavors of vanilla and lemon zest. The dry ingredients are then gradually incorporated, followed by the addition of fresh blueberries. After baking, the cake is finished off with a tangy lemon glaze. This cake carries the bright, uplifting flavors of blueberries and lemon, making it a perfect dessert for any occasion. So why not give it a try? The vibrant taste of this blueberry lemon fruitcake might just become your new favorite. Enjoy!
Start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven gets ready, take a 9-inch round cake tin and grease it with butter. Then, line it with parchment paper. This will ensure that your cake doesn't stick to the pan. Now it's time to mix the dry ingredients. In a large bowl, combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 1 cup of granulated sugar. Stir these ingredients together until they're well combined. On to the wet ingredients. In another bowl, beat together 1 cup of softened unsalted butter and 1 cup of packed brown sugar until it turns light and fluffy. Then, crack in 4 large eggs, one at a time, ensuring each egg is well incorporated before adding the next. Now here's the fun part, combining the wet and dry ingredients. Gradually add the dry mixture into the wet mixture, stirring continuously. You should end up with a smooth, chocolatey batter. Remember those cherries? It's time for them to shine. Take 2 cups of pitted cherries and fold them into the batter. This will give your cake a burst of fruity flavor in every bite. Pour the batter into your greased and lined cake tin, spreading it evenly. Pop it in the oven and bake for about an hour, or until a toothpick inserted into the cake comes out clean. Once the cake is baked, let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. Then, remove it from the pan and let it cool completely on a wire rack. And there you have it, a delicious chocolate cherry fruitcake that's perfect for any occasion. This cake combines the rich flavors of chocolate with the tanginess of cherries, resulting in a dessert that's truly delightful. To summarize, preheat your oven and prepare your cake tin. Mix the dry and wet ingredients separately, then combine them. Fold in the cherries, pour the batter into the cake tin and bake. Once it's done, let the cake cool before serving. So go ahead and give this recipe a try. It's a piece of cake.
Ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Imagine sinking your teeth into a cloud of chocolate decadence, a symphony of sweetness serenading your taste buds. Welcome to the world of the triple chocolate mousse cake. It all begins with the base, a divine concoction of crushed chocolate cookies and melted butter, mixed until it resembles the fertile soil of an enchanted forest. Press this mixture into a cake pan, creating a firm foundation for our chocolate haven. Then we move on to the first layer of mousse. Melt dark chocolate and whisk it into a frothy mix of egg yolks and sugar. In another bowl, beat some heavy cream until it forms soft peaks. Fold this whipped cream into the chocolate mixture gently, preserving the airiness that makes this mousse so heavenly. The second layer follows a similar process, but this time, we use milk chocolate. The slight difference in flavor adds a complexity to our cake, building a richer, deeper chocolate experience. For the final layer, we take white chocolate, melting it into a mix of egg yolks and sugar. Once again, we fold in whipped cream, creating a mousse that's lighter in color but just as rich in flavor. This trio of mousses, each with its distinct character, come together to form a dessert that's truly out of this world. Once the cake has set in the fridge, it's ready to be savored. Each bite is a journey through the different layers of mousse, a dance of dark milk and white chocolate on your tongue. In summary, the triple chocolate mousse cake is not just a dessert. It's an experience, a celebration of chocolate in its various forms. It's a testament to the magic that can happen when simple ingredients come together in the right way. From the crunchy cookie base to the velvety layers of mousse, each element of this cake plays its part in creating a dessert that's nothing short of divine. Yes, the process might require some patience and precision, but trust me, the result is worth every minute spent in the kitchen. It's a cake that's sure to impress, a dessert that's as beautiful to look at as it is delightful to eat. It's the triple chocolate mousse cake, a slice of heaven right here on Earth. So why not give it a try? The world of chocolate awaits you.
Here's a delightful recipe for oatmeal apple crunch, cookies and cake extravaganza. Ingredients. For the oatmeal apple cookies. 1 cup old-fashioned oats. 2. 1 cup all-purpose flour. 3. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. 4. 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon. 5. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 6. 1/2 cup unsalted butter, softened. 7. 1/2 cup brown sugar, packed. 8. 1/4 cup granulated sugar. 9. 1 large egg. 10. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 11. 1 cup finely chopped apples, peeled and cored. For the crunchy oatmeal topping. 1. 1/2 cup old-fashioned oats. 2. 1/4 cup all-purpose flour. 3. 1/4 cup brown sugar, packed. 4. 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted. For the glaze. 1. 1/2 cup powdered sugar. 2. 2 tablespoons milk. 3. 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract. Instructions. Oatmeal apple cookies. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees C, and line baking sheets with parchment paper. In a medium bowl, whisk together oats, flour, baking soda, cinnamon, and salt. Set aside. In a large bowl, cream together softened butter, brown sugar, and granulated sugar until light and fluffy. Beat in the egg and vanilla extract until well combined. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mixing until just combined. Fold in the finely chopped apples until evenly distributed in the dough. Drop rounded tablespoons of dough onto the prepared baking sheets, leaving space between each cookie. Crunchy oatmeal topping. In a small bowl, combine oats, flour, brown sugar, and melted butter. Mix until crumbly. Sprinkle the topping over each cookie. Bake in the preheated oven for 10-12 minutes or until the edges are golden brown. Glaze. In a small bowl, whisk together powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla extract until smooth. Once the cookies have cooled slightly, drizzle the glaze over the top. Allow the glaze to set before serving. Enjoy your oatmeal apple crunch cookies and cake extravaganza. These treats combine the best of cookies, cake, and a delightful apple crunch.
Here's a delicious recipe for banana cream cheese pie. Ingredients. For the crust. 1.5 cups graham cracker crumbs. 2. 1/4 cup granulated sugar. 3. 1/2 cup unsalted butter, melted. For the filling. 1. 2 ripe bananas, sliced. 2. 8 ounces cream cheese, softened. 3. 1 cup powdered sugar. 4. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 5. 2 cups whipped cream or whipped topping. For the topping. 1. Sliced bananas for garnish. 2. Whipped cream or whipped topping. 3. Chocolate shavings, optional. Instructions. 1. Preheat the oven. 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. 2. Prepare the crust. 1. In a bowl, combine graham cracker crumbs, sugar, and melted butter. 1. Mix until the crumbs are evenly coated. 2. Press the mixture into the bottom and up the sides of a 9-inch pie dish to form the crust. 3. Bake the crust for about 10 minutes or until it sets. 3. Allow it to cool completely. 3. Prepare the filling. 1. In a mixing bowl, beat the softened cream cheese until smooth. 2. Add powdered sugar and vanilla extract to the cream cheese. 2. Beat until well combined. 3. Gently fold in the whipped cream or whipped topping until the mixture is smooth. 4. Assemble the pie. 1. Arrange the sliced bananas over the cooled crust. 2. Pour the cream cheese mixture over the sliced bananas, spreading it evenly with a spatula. 5. Chill the pie. 1. Place the pie in the refrigerator and let it chill for at least 4 hours or overnight. 1. This allows the flavors to meld and the filling to set. 6. Garnish and serve. 1. Before serving, garnish the pie with additional sliced bananas, whipped cream, and chocolate shavings if desired. 7. Slice and enjoy. 1. Slice the banana cream cheese pie and serve chilled. 1. Enjoy the creamy, banana-filled goodness. This banana cream cheese pie is a delightful combination of a buttery crust, creamy cheesecake-like filling, and fresh bananas. It's perfect for any occasion, especially when you're craving a delicious and refreshing dessert.
Snickerdoodle Chuckle Cookies Recipe. Classic Snickerdoodle cookies with a sprinkle of edible glitter for an extra dose of laughter. Snickerdoodle Chuckle Cookies Recipe. Ingredients. 1 cup unsalted butter, softened. 2. 1.5 cups granulated sugar. 3. 2 large eggs. 4. 2 3/4 cups all-purpose flour. 5. 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. 6. Half teaspoon baking soda. 7. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 8. 2 teaspoons ground cinnamon. 9. Edible glitter for sprinkling. Instructions. Preheat the oven. 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. 1. Line baking sheets with parchment paper. Cream butter and sugar. 1. In a large mixing bowl, cream together the softened butter and granulated sugar until light and fluffy. Add eggs. 1. Beat in the eggs, one at a time, ensuring each is fully incorporated before adding the next. Dry ingredients. 1. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, cream of tartar, baking soda, salt, and ground cinnamon. Combine wet and dry. 1. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mixing until just combined. 1. Do not overmix. Chill the dough. 1. Cover the cookie dough and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. 1. Chilled dough helps produce thicker cookies. Shape cookies. 1. Roll the chilled dough into 1-inch balls. 1. In a small bowl, mix a tablespoon of granulated sugar with a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 1. Roll each ball in the cinnamon sugar mixture until coated. Bake. 1. Place the coated dough balls on the prepared baking sheets, leaving enough space between each cookie. 1. Bake in the preheated oven for 10 to 12 minutes or until the edges are lightly golden. Add edible glitter. 1. Once the cookies are out of the oven and still warm, sprinkle a touch of edible glitter on top of each cookie for a magical and humorous touch. Cool and enjoy. 1. Allow the cookies to cool on the baking sheets for a few minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. 1. Share and enjoy the laughter-inducing Snickerdoodle chuckle cookies. These cookies are not only delicious but also visually appealing with the added sparkle of edible glitter. Perfect for bringing a touch of humor to any occasion.